A very good afternoon to you. Milder air for the majority today, but a good deal of misty low cloud. And then tonight, wet, windy, increasingly wintry for some of us. In the meantime, this is the earlier satellite and radar picture. A good deal of dry weather, but an awful lot of cloud. The best of the brighter skies extending from eastern Yorkshire down to East Anglia. Some pockets of brightness through the northwest and parts of northeastern Wales. Otherwise, a good deal of thick low cloud, quite murky and gloomy through the south and the west. Here, misty low cloud for much of the day with the milder air. Further north, a completely different theme, much chillier through parts of central and eastern Scotland. And through the course of the day, the winds picking up through the southwest ahead of some rain working its way into many locations after dark. A soaking to come. Blustery winds picking up behind the rain as the rain clashes with the colder air. An episode of sleet and snow through northern England and southern Scotland, and beyond this, frosty and icy as the night wears on. A very good evening to you. Milder air for the vast majority, for the meantime at least. Misty low cloud as we head through the next few hours. Very grey and grotty for some of us. And as the night wears on, increasingly wet and for some of us wintry with some windy conditions to come. The sleet and snow mostly across the highest ground of northern England and Scotland in the next 24 hours. Systems rolling their way in from the west, and we keep the colder air across northern counties as we head into Friday. Across Scotland, northern England and Northern Ireland, we'll see the lower temperatures a touch milder further south, in line with much of Europe. As for the next few hours, a misty, murky low cloud keeping it very grey, quite gloomy out there, some poor visibility. The rain taking over many locations as the night wears on, a soaking to come. And as the rain crosses the colder air, several hours of sleet and hill snow to come across the far north of England and southern Scotland. Very wintry here. Northern Scotland escaping clearer and colder with frost as well as some ice. Behind the rain, blustery winds, much milder air here. Misty low cloud, some mist and some fog. Quite murky and gloomy tomorrow morning with dribs and drabs of rain. So as we go into a new day, solid substantial rain for several hours extending from East Anglia into northern Britain and parts of Northern Ireland. Wintry weather for much of the day across the highest ground of Scotland. Here, further sleet and snow to come. Elsewhere, we'll see mostly rain slow to shift. A wintry mix across the highest ground with sleety wet snow with the colder air. Elsewhere, much milder, a very different day. Blustery winds with the best chance of brighter skies across central zones. A very good evening to you. Milder air for the vast majority, for the meantime at least. A good deal of misty low cloud, and tonight increasingly wet and for some of us wintry. Brisk winds in some locations into the small hours. Pouring rain for several hours extending from the southeast into northern Britain and Northern Ireland with wintry weather to come across northern England and southern Scotland. Here, sleet and hill snow for a good few hours. Beyond this, clearer and colder, freezing, frosty and icy for the far tip of northern Scotland. Elsewhere, much milder, brisk winds, dribs and drabs of patchy rain and some misty low murky cloud. And the rain continues to fall across parts of northern Britain into much of tomorrow. The sleet and snow confined to parts of mainland Scotland, particularly north of the central belt, with the colder air here. A wintry feel all day with a mixture of sleety wet snow across parts of the northeast. Misty low cloud elsewhere, much milder air across the south, and here brisk winds for much of the day.